just quick heads up. I actually already unboxed this one. So it doesn't have the plastic on it. So, I mean, just like, still looks exactly the same. So, shouldn't be that big of an issue, but. So, today we're gonna be unboxing the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So, in the iPhone 11 Pro, I got the midnight green, and then I got the white or the silver for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And the Pro Max is gonna be my daily driver. This is the one I'm gonna be using, you know, on a daily basis. This one I got just because it's a new color, it probably looks cool, so I wanted to check it out. So, since I already opened this one up, let's start with the midnight green iPhone Pro. So you still got all the same info that you would normally have right here on the back, the size of the device and everything. And when we pop it off, it comes off nice and smooth and exposes that matte green black. This actually looks pretty cool. It's got kind of a gray tint to it, depending on, you know, what kind of light is hitting it, but I think it looks pretty nice. So we'll go ahead and take this off and I'll let you listen. And there's actually nothing on the back here. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And while this is turning on, we'll take a look at what we get inside the box. We actually get something new in the box this year. This is the very first time that Apple has done this. Absolutely insane that we finally get a USB-C charger that is a fast charger. No more 5-watt power adapter. And of course we have our headphones and then our charging cable here. So let's go ahead and put this back and slide it over. And now let's take a look at the silver. So again, this is the Pro Max. This is the 256 gig. And actually I did put the plastic back on because I was trying to be sneaky, but I was like, nah, forget it. I'm just gonna tell you guys. So this is the silver. I think it looks really nice. That matte white looks pretty legit. Not sure what I think about the camera transparent look around the lenses. It's actually not as raised as I thought it was gonna be. It's actually a little bit lower profile, but the look of it just, I don't know. It's gonna have to be something you're gonna have to get used to, I feel like. So let's set this aside. In the box, we get the exact same thing. So let's take a closer look at the devices themselves. So here we have both new devices, and one thing I'm really noticing as I put my iPhone XS Max next to it is that this is so much more reflective, as you can see, like the light coming in right there, than we get on these matte backs. So let's just take this away and I'll just kind of show you the difference. So you can see that big light right there. So if I put this here, you can't see that light at all. So you're not gonna get that really reflective look if you kind of go caseless here, which in my opinion is actually really, really nice. The downside for me is that I always go with a case. And especially since these new phones feel just a little bit more slippery than the iPhone XS Max. So you can see how it kind of sticks to my fingers when I move across. You know, I'm not putting any pressure on it, but you can actually get a grip on it right here. The other thing I'm noticing about this is, one, it's a little bit heavier than the XS Max, and it feels a little bit thicker. So let's just take a little quick look. Yeah, it is a little bit thicker. So first, let's take a look around the midnight green iPhone Pro. So a little bit has changed, not much has changed. So the things that we're gonna see right off the bat, obviously, is the change in material that we had in the iPhone 11 Pro versus the iPhone XS right here. So this is obviously a glass back. This is going to be a matte finish on the back. So obviously, like I said before, you're really not gonna get a ton of glare like you would get on the previous devices, which is nice in particular situations, I guess. Well, it's good for recording anyways. You're also not gonna get the iPhone right down there at the bottom, and the Apple logo has moved down to the center of the device. Obviously, we're gonna get a little bit of a different look. Well, actually a very different look for the lenses right up here, because we have the triple lens system now rather than the dual lens. And if we take a look at the side of the devices here, you're actually gonna notice that the power button has moved down just a little bit in comparison to the XS. Again, over here on the right-hand side, or the left-hand side if you're looking at it from the front, you're gonna have your volume rockers and your mute switches. Those are gonna be lower in comparison to the XS as well. Now, if we take a look at the bottom, you are gonna get a little bit of a different look in terms of the grill right here, as well as the antenna band. But overall, the front looks exactly the same. You're still gonna get that notch that you have. And if you have a case on this guy, you're not gonna see much difference at all other than the lens on the back. And to take a quick look around the iPhone 11 Pro Max, you're pretty much going to get the exact same differences that you saw in the iPhone 11 Pro versus the XS. And that's just going to be all the buttons have moved down, as you can see right there. The power button, the SIM card tray, the volume rockers, and the switch right there. Now down here for the speaker grill and mic and charging port and antenna band, you're going to get the exact same setup that you had on the XS Max. Of course, that lens has changed and the Apple logo moved down, as well as that iPhone being removed. Now, in my opinion, I actually think, initially, I thought this was going to be the better looking device. Having them side by side, I don't know if it's just because it's a change and it looks different, but I have to say, the new iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max, I think, look really good. So since this is going to be my daily driver, of course, I bought some cases. These are all the Apple silicone cases that, you know, I'll trade out every once in a while, just depending on how I'm feeling. The reason that I actually ended up going with the white or the silver is because the other devices, like the green and the space gray and the gold, the lens just didn't look right in any of the silicone cases, and I only use the silicone cases. The colors just didn't go together very well. But I found with the white actually looks good in pretty much all of them. So if we go ahead and pop this in a few of these cases here, you can see what that looks like. You know, the darker colors would go well with the green, maybe a black or a white. But when you want to go with something that's, I mean, even orange, that just doesn't look that great to me. Same thing for a lighter color like a blue, the blue and the green, red and green. They just don't look right to me. And it wasn't something that, you know, I wanted to rock on a daily basis. Now, of course, we did get the pine green silicone case, which actually looks really good with the green, if you did end up going with that green color. But I think it actually looks really good with the white as well. And that's kind of the reason I ended up going with the white color, just because you really don't see any of the device other than the camera lens when you have these cases on, and I'm always gonna have one on. So if you guys wanna see all of these silicone cases, I did a video completely dedicated to the cases and the colors and everything. I show you everything about it, everything you'd wanna know, more than you'd wanna know. But it's only like a few minutes long, because what do you need to know about a case? But if you wanna see that video, I'll put a link in the description below, as well as one right up here at the top for you to click on. Also, just to show you the color change here for the iPhone 11 Pro, Pro Max, and the iPhone XS, you can see that we have more of a darker, maybe bluer look on the XS with that glass reflective back versus this nice matte finish. So a few questions for you guys. First of all, do you like the new camera design, or are you more of a fan of the XS and the XS Max camera bump? And what about the colors and the matte finish? I'm definitely a fan of the matte look now that I got hands-on with it. And I'd have to say that you'd really want to get these devices or look at them in person to really get a feel for what they look like. And do you guys even plan on upgrading to the new iPhone 11, the 11 Pro or Pro Max? Now, of course, if you're having trouble with that decision and trying to decide on what you should get, or if you should even upgrade, I have a video dedicated to that question in the description below, so be sure to check it out if you'd like. Alright guys, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button. Now, of course, I'll be putting out some more videos very soon on the new iPhones. So if you guys want to stay up to date with that, be sure to stick around. But for the end of this video, I do want to close out with some B-roll, just because I didn't know where to put it in the video because I couldn't stop talking. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace! Bye.